Do you want a strong core? Aya, sawa basi twende kazi, tutaanza na neck rotation. So this is a warm up. Hii ni warm up, ni warm up our body. So you can warm up for as long as you like. So I haven't put a specific time for the warm up, but maybe 30 seconds ziko sawa. So we do the other side here. So nimeiweka anti-clockwise. Make sure unafanya pole pole. You can feel the stretch. Remember to breathe. So during warm up inakuanga wakati una prepare body for the main exercise. So be very present and be patient with yourself. Ni kama engine ya gari. Aya, sawa, unaiwarm ndio iweze kufanya kazi. So sahi tuna stretch mkono nyuma, unaifuata with your head and the whole of your upper body, ama posterior to the back and front. These warm-ups you can do up to 30 seconds each exercise. It's going to warm up your body and get you ready to start your main exercise. So do the other side as well, and you can repeat the warm-up if it did not work for you. Now tuingie kwa hip rotation. So kuna clockwise. Make sure that umezungusha that hip, you're opening up your hip. Nice. Take your time with it. Usi rush, just take your time. After around 30 seconds, do the other side. Nice. Take your time, usikuna rush. Kama uja feel warm, you can repeat the warm up again. Aya, sawa sawa. So the other warm up is you're going to be in a half kneeling position. So this one opens up your hip and it opens up, or it stretches your obliques as well. So in a kneeling position, reach one side and then reach the other side. You can choose this to change this and do one side at a time. It's your choice, but make sure that exchange muguu after at least umefanya after a while. So 30 seconds ndio naweza recommend. Okay, so after you're done with your warm up, next part tutaingia kwa the main exercise, which tunaingia sasa hivi. So the first exercise is the, what do we call this? Oh my gosh. So hii ni bicycle crunch. So sorry, I did not indicate pale. So that's a bicycle crunch. We are going to do 8 repetitions of a bicycle crunch. So with the bicycle crunch, just make sure you do these movements pole pole ndio zingie. Okay, najua most of us tumezoea kuzifanya mbio mbio, but I would recommend that you do them slowly. So you are bringing your knee and your elbow to touch. Fantastic. So the next part, you're going to get up and do 20 seconds or 30 seconds of jump rope. So if you have a rope, please grab your rope and you skip. So we skip, set your timer, and if you don't have a rope, you can just pretend to jump rope. So the next exercise with no rest in between is called a dead bug. So you're going to lie on your back, no space between the mat and your back. Raise your hands up and tap with your tap on the mat gently and back. So make sure that your core is tight. The next one, no rest in between, is jumping jacks. So do 20 seconds of jumping jacks. Okay, 20 seconds of jumping jacks. Remember to breathe. Remember, this exercise has no rest in between sets until tufanye mpaka mwisho. Okay, and we're done with that. Next part, we're going to move to the Spiderman. So this one, you're going to get into a high plank, and we're going to drive our knee towards our elbow. Make sure that you look straight ahead. Okay, and we are going to do 8 repetitions. Make sure that your core is tight and your movements are slow and sure. Okay, so make sure that you breathe kupumua ni muhimu sana. That's how we supply our muscle with oxygen. Okay, so no rest in between. We are going to get into chair sit-ups. For this one, do 20 seconds as well. Okay, so you lie on the mat, lift your legs up, and you're going to try and reach for the toes with the fingertips of your hand, and you are going to feel it. Okay, so let's get ready to go to the next movement, which is called the London bridges. If you know what the London bridge is and what it does, it's going to make sense. So you're going to get into an elbow plank, and you're going to drop your hips from one side to the other side slowly. Make sure that your core iko tight, umeishika kabisa. Don't let it go. Make it tight. Make sure umeangalia mbele. And we are going to do 8 repetitions of those. And now we are getting ready to do our last movement of this exercise. No rest in between. These are alternating knee raises. Okay, so you're just going to raise your knee in a standing position and make it touch the opposite elbow. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so once we are done with this exercise, we are going to repeat it 3 more times. So once we have repeated the main exercise 2 or 3 times, tutaingia kwa cool down. So hii ni downward facing dog. As you can see, from a high plank, una drive your hips up, ina face the sky, then stretch those calves. Okay, unaweza peep, uangalie hiyo video what is happening, and then urudie. Then the next one, after maybe 30 seconds of the downward facing dog, tunafanya cat to cow. So we get to our 4s. Angalia video, check what I'm doing, then set your timer. Cat to cow, very good exercise sana sana for cool down, but as well as kama we ni mtu unakaa chini sana, unafanya kazi kwa laptop, you are on Zoom meeting all day, this is a good thing to do before you go to bed. It's called cat to cow. Okay, alafu tukimalizia, drive your hips back and your hands stretch them mbele, karibu na the edge of the mat. Drop your head iguze mat. Remember to breathe, stretch, feel the stretch. Inua vidole kidogo so that now you're not just touching the mat, the hand, but your fingertips. If you do this correctly, you will feel the stretch. Remember to breathe, and we are done. Bye, and see